Serethi Voss seized at the shuttle's control yoke, and the progenitor thread lit up beneath her palms like something alive and furious. Her spine arched, her teeth clenched until something in her jaw clicked. The filaments in the console pulsed blue-white, and new veins of light split the skin along her left wrist, burning outward from the existing scars in branching lines that smoked faintly in the recycled air. Kael Thyros caught her shoulder with his prosthetic hand before she could slam her head into the viewport. The matte black fingers locked around her collarbone, precise, mechanical, no warmth in the grip, but no hesitation. He said, "Breathe. 4 in, 7 out." She heard him through the static. 4 in, 7 out. The convulsions slowed. Her vision cleared enough to register the viewport, smeared with atmospheric residue, and beyond it, darkness. Then light. Running lights, tracing patterns along white hulls. Kael said, 12 cruisers. His voice was flat, operational. He was reading the sensor returns off his prosthetic hands display, the exposed joint mechanisms flickering with data. House Aethonis formation, standard blockade geometry. They've got sensor cones overlapping at 40-degree intervals. Serethi's hands were still on the yoke. The progenitor thread pulsed with her heartbeat. Each pulse was a broadcast, a flare of energy that lit up every sensor array in the formation like a signal fire. She could feel it. The thread didn't just connect her to the shuttle, it announced her. Kael said, "Every time you touch those controls, they know exactly where we are." She knew. The binding scars along her neck throbbed with each pulse, the luminous veins crawling visibly beneath her skin. She counted 4 breaths in, 7 out, and held her hands a centimeter above the moon. The thread dimmed. The broadcast stopped. The shuttle drifted, unpowered, toward the men. 10,000 kilometers away, or perhaps 10,000 light years, the distance collapsed by command architecture into a holographic abstraction. Empress Regent Serethi Aethonis stood at the center of her tactical display and watched the signal vanish. The pale blue light of the blockade map carved shadows beneath her cheekbones. 3 systems had gone dark on her mantle this week. 3 more territories she could not hold. Her fleet commander's voice came through on secure channel. He asked for weapons-free authorization. Lysara said, "Capture, not kill." She watched the empty space where the signal had been. A dead Solabri heir was a martyr around whom every dissident house could rally. A living one was leverage. The heliovore targeting data she had compiled 3 days ago sat encrypted on her private console, proof that she had considered the worst option and pulled back. 3 factions were already trying to steal that data. She had let them try. Their methods told her more than their diplomats ever would. Lysara said, "Tighten the net. Leave Corridor 7 Alpha open." In the shuttle, Serethi stared at her wrists. The new scars had stopped spreading, for now. The luminous veins traced a pattern she almost recognized, branching and rebranching like a river delta mapped in light beneath her skin. She flexed her fingers. They responded. Barely. Kael was cycling the shuttle's conventional systems, thrusters, life support, the navigation computer that predated the progenitor thread by 3 centuries. His prosthetic hand moved across the dead console, coaxing responses from hardware that had no business still functioning. He said, "I can give us 6 minutes of thrust on chemical reserves. After that, we're ballistic." 6 minutes to cross a blockade designed by the most sophisticated military apparatus in the galaxy. Serethi looked at the yoke. The thread waited, dim but present, woven into the control surfaces like capillaries through muscle. She said, "If I interface again, how long before the scars reach my elbows?" Kael didn't answer immediately. He was calculating. She could see the intelligence operative's mind working behind his eyes, the cost-benefit machinery that never fully shut down. He said, based on the rate from the archive, maybe 8 minutes of sustained contact. And if they reach my elbows, then we find out what happens when incomplete binding hits a major nerve cluster. She put her hands on the yoke. The thread ignited. Pain shot from her palms to her shoulders, and the shuttle lurched forward as if yanked by a cable. The conventional instruments went dark. The viewport filled with data she shouldn't have been able to read. Progenitor system overlays painting the cruiser positions, the sensor codes, the gaps between them in geometries that bypassed her conscious mind and spoke directly to her hands. She wasn't piloting. She was being piloted through. The shuttle banked hard, threading a gap between two overlapping sensor sweeps with a precision no human reflex could achieve. Her body convulsed. New scars split the skin along her right forearm. Kael braced himself against the bulkhead and kept his mouth shut. The formation responded. Cruisers adjusted vectors. Sensor cones rotated. But Serethi, or the thing moving through Serethi, was faster. The shuttle carved a path through the blockade like water, finding cracks in stone, each maneuver arriving before the fleet's algorithms could predict it. Then she saw the gap. Corridor 7 Alpha. A clean channel through the formation, sensor coverage pulled back just enough to create a passage. Too clean. Too deliberate. Kael saw it too. He said, "That's not a gap. That's an invitation." Serethi's hands burned. The scars had reached her elbows. She could feel the progenitor systems beyond the shuttle now, the cruiser's own navigation threads, the communication lattice between them, the faint signature of the heliovore array sleeping beneath Ethan Prime's surface. The incomplete binding was a door wedged open, and everything on the other side was pouring through. She flew through the corridor. The final interface pulse hit like a detonation inside her skull, and the shuttle's progenitor thread broadcast their position, their heading, their velocity, and something else. Something encoded in the binding scars themselves, across every frequency the system could reach. Then she was through. Open space. No cruisers. No sensor cones. The shuttle drifted on residual momentum, its systems cycling down. Serethi's hands fell from the yoke. She couldn't close them. The scars ran from the base of her skull to past her elbows, luminous veins pulsing faintly beneath sun-darkened skin. She stared at them. Kael checked the aft sensors. Clear. He checked the shuttle's integrity. Holding. He checked his prosthetic hand's encrypted partition, a gesture so brief it could have been a diagnostic cycle, but Serethi's grey eyes caught it. The shuttle creaked in the silence. Condensation slid down the viewport. Somewhere behind them, House Aethonis watched the broadcast trail paint itself across her tactical display and allowed herself a single, precise nod. Serethi counted. 4 breaths in, 7 out, 4 in, 7 out. The pain in her forearm settled into a low, constant fire. She turned her head to face Kael. She said, "During the archive, when the systems went critical and every channel was open, you transmitted something." Kael's expression didn't change. The surgical scar at his temple caught the amber emergency light. Serethi said, "Who else received those coordinates, Kael?" He looked at her. The prosthetic hand rested on his knee, matty black fingers perfectly still for the first time since she'd known him. The exposed joint mechanisms caught the light. He didn't speak. 4 breaths in, 7 out. The shuttle drifted. The binding scars pulsed. And Serethi Voss held Kael Thyros' silence between them like a blade, because the blockade had been the easy part. And they both knew it.